To mark the occasion of the Year of Dialogue Among Civilizations, a precious Persian carpet was presented to the United Nations. Gracing the wall of a meeting room, a verse of the famous 13th century poet Sa'di Shirazi speaks to all. Beni Adam a'zای یکدیگرند که در آفرینش ز یک گوهرند چو عضوی به درد آورد روزگار دیگر عضوها را نماند قرار تو که از محنت دیگران بی غمی نشاید که نامت نهند آدمی. Humanity are members of one body, created out of the same soul. When one member of the body feels pain, others remain distraught. If you feel not the suffering of others, how dare you call yourself a human being? Like much Islamic poetry, Sa'di's voice reverberates with the echoes of the Quran. The idea that all human beings share a single essence explicitly alludes to the Quranic concept of the single soul or nafs from which all humanity was created. In the poem, Sa'di confronts an imaginary king, saying, "Take the cotton out of your ears and give justice to the people. For if you did not give justice, remember that for you too, there is a day of judgment." He then recites these verses to remind the king that every human being has a duty to help those in need. For over 1400 years, the Quran has inspired many Muslims to commit to the public good and to serve the less fortunate. In today's world, this often manifests in contributions to what can be called civil society. On this caravan journey, we'll encounter Muslims and organizations that have made this their mission. We'll see how the Islamic tradition moves them to strive for justice by actively contributing to civil society. But what exactly does civil society mean? Conventionally, civil society refers to organizations and actors independent of state government that work for the public good. Voluntarism generally plays a significant role in civil society. The Encyclopedia Britannica defines civil society as groups, communities, networks, and ties that stand between the individual and the modern state. Performing this intermediary role, civil society addresses various social problems. It might advocate for the rights of the marginalized, facilitate educational projects, establish healthcare facilities, advocate for sustainable use of natural resources, or alleviate poverty. Politically, civil society stands up for just principles of governance and keeps the state accountable. Mirroring Sa'di's emphasis on public good and justice, active members of civil society are attuned to the pain of others and work hard to better the lives of their fellow citizens. As we move from one sarai to another, we'll meet with Muslims and organizations that actively contribute to civil society. At the first sarai, we'll engage with Islamic concepts of justice and voluntarism, both of which play significant roles in civil society. The second sarai will show us how an Islamic principle of racial justice informed the work of Malcolm X, and consequently, the American Civil Rights Movement. At the third sarai, we'll visit Cairo, where members of a charitable NGO cultivate their religious piety through feeding the poor. Departing from Cairo, we'll head for Lebanon, where at Sarai 4, we'll see how the legacy of Karbala shapes a vibrant civil society in a Shi'i-majority district of Beirut. Finally, Sarai 5 will take us to Indonesia, where ordinary school teachers participate in a nationwide project to raise environmental consciousness. Welcome aboard.